Looks like we got ourselves a game. It is happy, right? Yeah. All right. 0, 0. Okay, I think we're good. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Thanks for being patient. Yes. Thanks for being patient. We are finally into the quarterfinals, right? Yes, the quarterfinals of the TSL4 qualifiers on the EU server. We are live here and now, and that's why this wait has been pretty long. It's because we are, in fact, live. So, like, when it's live, there's a lot of waiting. There's a lot of waiting when it's live because you're waiting for different matches to finish. Then you're following a certain player. Of course, we've been following BabyKnight a little bit. He's your red Protoss player from Absolute Legends in the top right-hand location. And he's been doing pretty good. He's been making quite a run. Of course, we saw him in a PvP and a PvZ. We saw him play Golden and then... I forgot his name. Protoss. I just deleted it from here. I can't believe I forgot it. Like Hiscum or something. But this is going to be a PvT between him and his opponent in the bottom right. The yellow Terran player, Happy. Happy just took out Sheth in a previous round. Winner of this will advance to the semifinals to play the winner of Hasuobs and a Zerg, I think. I'm pretty sure it's a Zerg. Hasuobs versus Zerg. I'll have to double check the bracket. I was like staring at it for a little bit. But yeah, so we'll see what happens here. Of course, this is a best of 3. And it looks like we can talk a little bit about the openings already. BabyKnight trying to take down an SCV, but no, the SCV gets away. There's no gas here for Happy, so it looks like it's going to be a gasless expand from him. And now we get to see what kind of fast expand variation BabyKnight intends to do. No Zealot has been produced just yet. He has plenty of money to do it. Oh, sneaking his probe around, or at least trying to. Oh, and the probe gets by. And the probe will get there and make the Nexus right at 400. Boom. Nice. Nice thing is there. So he took that at about 20. Did not build his Zealot, did not build his second gas, did not build his third pylon. Chrono boosting his core. Gonna have to wait a bit for the Stalker, but we'll probably... Excuse me, we'll probably chrono boost that too. I'd imagine. You gotta get that out on the field. If not, to apply early pressure to your opponent to kill the scouting SCV. But no, we're going to continue chrono boost the Cybercore. Still no second gas, so look out for 2 gates to be added on. Oh. What are you doing? 2 gates? Where are you going, probe? Is he building a pylon at the natural? No, he's just leaving. 2 gates? He's 400. Fast third? Hold on. BabyKnight. What are you doing? Okay, 2 gates. And a gas. Chrono boosting that warp gate technology. So Zealot, Stalker, and then Stalker. Getting the third Stalker after the 2 gateways. Getting the second gas as soon as he gets the 2 gateways. Third pylon has not been built yet. Pretty cool build. Third pylon is actually going to be this pylon made by this probe. And now we're going to see 3-gate aggression. And oh my god, Happy. He does not have a bunker. Happy does not have a bunker. Okay, so that means he's going mass racks. Yeah, I'm like, that's the only reason he doesn't have bunkers, if he's going a lot of barracks. Because you're going to die if you're teching at all and you only have like 1 or 2 bunkers when it's 3-gate aggression. Now, I would love to see BabyKnight just poke up and see what's going on. Oh, actually, Marine's going to march out. BabyKnight can just kite all day long. No, it's a Stalker, BabyKnight. Oh, trying to kite down to 32 HP, though. Happy, looking around, that's a lot of Marines, and this is an interesting development because we'll have to see if BabyKnight can actually do any damage. Okay, adding on a supply depot. We'll have to see if BabyKnight can actually do any damage to this mass Marine play because it's not like Happy has a tech lab and some reactors going down. Ooh, losing 1 Stalker is BabyKnight. Happy has to be careful though. He knows something's going on at this point. You usually don't see 4 Stalkers at this point unless your opponent's being aggressive. BabyKnight. Running a little bit too far up that ramp, and Happy. Going to be adding on a bunker, trying to get that down in time. Adding on more and more Marines to this composition, and I think he should be safe. I think he should be safe. That's a lot of stalkers from BabyKnight. Oh no! He's just running right by. I don't think that was worth it. Oh, okay. Warping 3 Zealots in on the high ground here. They have to attack very hard with those. That's a lot of Marines, though. We'll have to see how much damage BabyKnight can do. Happy trying to defend this as best he can, trying to target down those stalkers. And that doesn't feel like it was worth it for BabyKnight. It doesn't feel like that was worth it. Happy has a 3rd command center on the way. Income tab shows he's only at 23 harvesters, so BabyKnight did kill a good amount of SCVs in that engagement. So in that regard, BabyKnight is ahead economically. If we're talking about tech, though, Happy has 5 barracks on the field, or actually 4, and a factory being added on. Pylon going to be decimated by Happy, so BabyKnight is going to be supply blocked, unable to provide any more aggression, I should say, to his opponent. And we have Stim on the way from Happy. We'll have to see if he's going to try to formulate a timing attack behind this. When this factory completes, probably going to add a starport and a reactor. But again, the story here is that harvester count 40 to 27 in favor of BabyKnight. Behind this, BabyKnight adding on a Twilight Council, adding on +1 armor, 4 pylons back home. Needs to kite these stalkers, not lose any. Nice pick-offs from Happy. Ouch. Ouch! BabyKnight desperately trying to get some damage done with these stalkers, but I'm afraid at what cost he's doing that at. Pylon goes down, and BabyKnight is just going to kite all day. Now, what is he doing behind this? We have, yeah, +1 armor. We have charge. A gateway on the way. So no robo just yet. Adding on 2 sentries as well. So BabyKnight just trying to do a little bit of aggression, and it's interesting. If you consider, if Happy had teched a little bit earlier and not gone for the, purely barracks play, would he have a timing here where he can have Stim a little bit faster because he already has a tech lab? But you got to consider how much he actually delayed the tech labs and the reactors. And you have to consider how much investment in gas BabyKnight used on the stalkers, delaying a +1, delaying a charge. But as it stands, since we saw the Mass Marine play, you can be like, okay, he didn't have to build as many bunkers, because if he had not gotten a bunker and he had gone for the tech labs and reactors in the barracks a little bit earlier, he probably would have died to that aggression from BabyKnight. But since he decided to go for the Mass Marine play, he's saving money, not having to build those bunkers. But again, he's delaying his tech a little bit, so if he could have had a timing right now, it would probably be hitting right now. But he's not going to have that anymore. Instead, he's going to be playing a little bit more defensively, putting down his 3rd orbital command that's been down for a while, has been producing orbitals 2 at a time, or orbitals, mules 2 at a time, and SCVs 2 at a time, as the energy comes forward. But BabyKnight's still ahead in that harvest, SCVs 3 at a time, what am I saying? And mules 3 at a time. I'm really dumb right now. But BabyKnight still ahead in the harvest time, 54 to 44. Has a decent composition back home with Zealot sentries. Charge is done, keep that in mind. +1 armor is done. +2 is on the way. Storm on the way, as well as Blink. Does Happy have a timing here? Starport, where is it? It is on the reactor. No medevac started just yet. It should start right now. 2 of them. There they are. So 2 medevacs going to be sent to reinforce this army from Happy. Going to proceed direct. Oh, there's already 2 medevacs in the army. Didn't see those. Going directly up into the 3rd. Scanning for, trying to see the composition of his opponent. BabyKnight has to have really good force fields here. Marines Marauder stimming forward. Cancel that pylon. Nope, not canceled. BabyKnight Storm is almost done. He has 3 High Templars here. Do they have enough energy? Do they have enough energy? No, they don't. Not just yet. But he can feed back the medevacs if he wants. So that's something else to look out for. Happy biding his time. Remember, he has that 3rd on the field. It is mining. It's decently saturated. It has about 10 SCVs there. So not decently saturated. It's about a 1/3 of the way. But slowly catching up in that supply count. Now Happy loading up in some medevacs. Going to be swinging around the right-hand side. Does BabyKnight know about this? Does he have a robo on the field? I don't think he does. Just now adding that robotics facility on the field. So it doesn't have that observer on the right side of the map that he would probably like to have. There is a High Templar here. So a feedback will be very instrumental. Oh, Zealots being sent to die. And BabyKnight had to see that army and be like, hey, that's not a lot. That's not a lot of army. Are you dropping me? Oh, BabyKnight has a cannon there too. Alright, so Happy can advance to the left. This is just to try to take BabyKnight off guard. Attack on the left-hand side, try to scare him, try to pull his army back while you drop into the main base. There's an Archon up there waiting to be targeted down immediately and taken out. At the same time, the drop now going into the main base of BabyKnight. The feedback needs to happen. Feedback going down on one of the medevacs, but that's going to be too much for that cannon to handle. BabyKnight going to return a lot of his army back there. Keep in mind, he does have Storm available out of one of these High Templars, but also keep in mind, Happy can easily lift off and get out of there. Probes hugging that Nexus, trying to stay away from those Marines and Marauders. One Marine left behind and killed. 4 more gateways being added on for BabyKnight. Does this open a timing for him? We have Ghosts on the way for Happy. I think Mobius Reactor just now finished, so he will have enough energy for that EMP spell right away. Happy once again dropping into the natural expansion of his opponent. BabyKnight preoccupied by something else. A lot of probes being decimated here by BabyKnight, but again, keep in mind, he can just lift off and get out of there. Oh, 1 Marine left behind again. That's the second time. That's the second time. Alright, but BabyKnight, he's okay. He's on 3 bases. Meanwhile, Happy is fine. He's on 3 bases, adding on a 4th base. Again, getting Ghosts in that composition. Now, what Happy's going to be looking out for here is some sort of Colossi transition. Already preemptively building that 2nd starport just in case he has to hastily build a lot of Vikings, because a lot of Protoss players, when they open with that High Templar play, they'll quickly make a very quick transition into double Robo Colossi. And that can be very scary for a Terran to deal with if unprepared. It's kind of like in ZVZ, if you're hiding all your Lings in the beginning of the game and then attack all at once, your opponent doesn't have enough larvae to get enough Lings out in time to defend. Kind of the same thing. If you hide your Colossi and then bring them out, you have 4 of them, and your opponent hasn't started making Vikings, only has 1 starport with the reactor, it's not going to be fun. So 2 starports and a reactor. Look out for Happy to consistently scan his opponent's base just to make sure he knows his opponent's unit composition. BabyKnight coming forward here. Keep in mind there are Ghosts in play. BabyKnight has to be incredibly careful at this point in time. Oh, nice snipe there on a High Templar. And now BabyKnight knows about the Ghosts. Observer sees on the high ground the very precarious situation for BabyKnight. He's going to go for it. Charging forward with all these Zealots. They are 2-0, favoring the armor upgrade. EMPs, actually, I should say. Feedback's going down on a lot of the Ghosts. Some of the Ghosts, though, still have plenty of that energy. BabyKnight trying to go for the cost-efficient trades here. Ooh, storming. A few Marines and a Marauder. It does get sniped away, though. So BabyKnight trying to be aggressive, but that's the thing about this map. It's so hard to engage your opponent who's on 3 bases. You have to engage up one of these ramps in order to engage, you know, their infrastructure. So Happy in a great position here on the high ground, but what you could consider, BabyKnight, look at this, behind this, making that transition I was talking about, adding on a Robo, adding on a Robo Bay. Only medevacs in production right now for Happy. Now the question is, when does BabyKnight take his 4th, and will he get taken off guard by this? BabyKnight has to be watching, throwing down an Archon. Oh no, High Templar gets sniped. There are no storms available. Feedback goes down on the medevac. High Templar is coming in from the back, but huge EMPs laying down onto the Zealots. Another storm going down. Very nice storm there from BabyKnight. Happy doesn't even care though. He's charging forward. More EMPs going down. There go the shields on those Zealots. And oh no, BabyKnight might be in a lot of trouble here. Where are those High Templar? I think they're gone. And BabyKnight is scrambling right now, trying to get Colossi out on the field. That might be his saving grace. Still no Vikings in production for his opponent. So we could see Happy potentially push across the field. However, he's going to be greeted by a lot of High Templar. Look at all these. It looks like BabyKnight got a lot of units back home. Oh, and there's the scan onto the robotics bay. 3 Vikings immediately in production. Thermal Lance has not even been started yet. Just now being started. Oh, I think an observer died. Does he see that? He doesn't see that observer. Oh, he might see the blur. I see the blur. Oh, and a turret being placed down. Very nice play there from Happy. Adding on 2 additional bunkers, so it looks like he wants to play relatively defensively here, at least until his Vikings get on the field. He saw the robotics bay on the ground. He's like, okay, I need Vikings immediately. And now you may be like, okay, why isn't he being aggressive? I think he's just trying to be very safe at this point in time. He knows the Colossi might be in play, so he's getting enough Vikings on the field, at least until he's maxed, and then we might see him starting to be aggressive. Turret finishes, so the observer is going to be seen and destroyed. What was that? I don't know what this. I don't know what. Maybe that turret killed another observer. Maybe. And now BabyKnight actually making some more observers on the map because he has none on the field. You kind of need those when Ghosts are in play. We also have a nuke in production from the yellow Terran player Happy. Marine going to be annoying that. I like that. Patrolling a Marine there. Marine's going absolutely everywhere from Happy actually. BabyKnight building a couple Zealots to deal with those. And Happy actually throwing away some SCVs at this point in time. He does have 75 Harvesters and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gonna have 7 orbital commands fairly soon here. 2 additional Ghost Academies on the way. Ooh, this is gonna get exciting. This is going to get exciting. I haven't seen too much drop play here from Happy since that first initial drop in the beginning. And like that drop did a decent amount of damage, so I'm wondering why he kind of strayed away from that. I think that's very important utility to have as a Terran player. The ability to use drops, spread out your Protoss opponent, freak him out a little bit, and even do some economic damage. Maybe snipe down a tech structure here or there. Nuke on the way at the 4th base of BabyKnight. Does he see this? Yes, he does. Oh! That's what not to do. Okay. BabyKnight, pull your probes! So many probes getting taken down by that nuke from Happy. BabyKnight definitely caught off guard by that. And now, he's down to 60 Harvesters. Gonna have to remake those. 4 on the way at a time. 3 nukes on the way at a time. Let's look at the upgrades really quick. Happy at 2-3 with 3-3 on the way. 1 weapons on the Vikings. BabyKnight at 3 armor, 1 weapons. And he's not researching his weapons upgrade. Where's his forge? Not researching weapons right now. And he only has +1 weapons. He really needs to get that. Colossi, Thermal Lance. Those damage dealers. You need that +1. Okay, there we go. Starting the +2 upgrade. We had an observer on the way from BabyKnight, and there's another nuke at the 4th base, once again from BabyKnight. And is he going to spot this? Oh, God. He pulled his entire army so close to those nukes. So yeah, both these players playing relatively defensively, barring the nuclear aggression from Happy. It's not like we've seen any major unit engagements. Now, we consider, okay, so why? Well, I know why BabyKnight doesn't want to engage into his opponent's side of the map. Let's just look at all these bunkers. Not only are these bunkers going to, like, keep the charge lots from, like, actually attacking the army, but, of course, they can be loaded. And protect. They can protect Happy pretty well. So, how does BabyKnight really engage his opponent's army? We do have a drop in the national expansion of BabyKnight, and he's being spread apart immensely at this point in time. Might need to start considering leaving a High Templar at one of his bases. At least one High Templar. Oh, maybe he did have one. He's making an Archon right now, so he might have had two High Templars up here. Or he just now warped that in. Another nuke happening at the 4th base of BabyKnight, and now he is scrambling. He's looking around with his camera. Sees one ghost. Did not end up seeing it. Okay, just now saw it. He's like, oh, well, that sucks. Might as well add in warp gates. Adding on 2 cannons there as well. Happy is playing this so darn well right now. Really not letting his opponent breathe. We see BabyKnights at 178 supply. And I think a lot of that is Harvesters. Yeah, 47 Harvesters BabyKnight is down to. Now you have to consider at this point, okay, how strong do I want my army to be? You know, is it worth not having the best economy? Like, that's something you consider as bases are starting to get mined down. But with all these bases on the left-hand side of the map, like, you definitely want to make sure you have a good proc count. Another nuke going to be dropped here. The ghost going to be taken out. And the nuke did not land. Alright. I'm looking out for those ghosts. Here's one. 0 kills. He's cloaked. His cloak is running out, though. He needs to throw down a nuke pretty soon. BabyKnight now advancing to his opponent's side of the map, taking control of that watchtower. A lot of High Templars, Colossi, Zealots, and Stalkers in this composition, as well as a couple Archons. But again, how do you engage this? How do you engage Happy here? And what is Happy building up to? We have a starport on the way. 2 more nukes in production. Oh, no. Defensive nuke going down from Happy. BabyKnight doesn't care. He's going to try to engage. He has to see that dot. He has to see that dot. He has to see the dot. Okay, he sees the dot. There's another nuke over here. Didn't do much. Drop at the top left-hand side of the map for Happy. Another nuke being laid down. Okay, right there. A storm going down from BabyKnight. He knows that Ghost is there and kills it. This Nexus gets taken out, though, and that's not good at all. BabyKnight having to retreat to deal with that. Keep in mind, he can pick this up and leave. He's not going to do that, though. So the Nexus goes down. Happy focusing on denying these additional expansions from his opponent. 3 planetary fortresses on the way. 1 right there, and right there, right there. And a turret there. So this expansion is pretty much invincible. The bank is ridiculous for Happy right now. 4K, 3K. BabyKnight, 2K, 2K, or 2.5K. Very close. You can read it. I don't have to read it out to you. But this is the story of not being able to engage with your main army. I'm sure BabyKnight would love to engage here. We would love it. But, again, how do you break this fortress that Happy has? And, like, how many ghosts does he have? 23 ghosts on the field for Happy. Ghost Viking is so strong. Oh my god, it's strong. Just EMP everything with the ghosts and snipe. And then the Vikings take care of the Colossi pretty easily. One Marauder getting over eager, trying to do some harassment. Or maybe was trying to get into that medevac, but was unable to argue his way into that. 4 Marauder drop, going to take down that pylon and depower those cannons. A nuke is just got dealt with. BabyKnight again approaching the bottom left-hand side of the map. He is 3-2. Where's that +3 weapons upgrade? Upgrade. He also needs the shield upgrades as well. One more High Templar on the way. More nukes in production. BabyKnight gonna have to repower these cannons. SCVs being thrown away from Happy. It's down to 61 harvesters. I would honestly, at this point, with this many orbitals, I would throw away all my SCVs, except for my gas SCVs. So that's about 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 21. Yeah, I'd give it about 30 SCVs. BabyKnight generously accepting these sacrifices from his opponent. Colossus gets scanned and awkwardly walks away. Nothing to do here. Nothing to do here. Nice patrolling observer. I kind of like that. Does he have observer speed? At this point, you pretty much have to get every upgrade. Yes, he does. Finally starting that +3 upgrade. And queuing up the +1 shields after that. So, what happens here? When is Happy going to feel comfortable enough to actually leave his fortress of defense and engage? It's so many ghosts. 2 more medevacs on the field, or on the way I should say. 2 more command centers on the way. He's at 10k minerals. Drop happening at the top left hand side of the map. BabyKnight gonna go deal with that. Units lost. Pretty decent. And those Marauders gonna get taken out by those 2 Zealots, I would imagine. Uh-oh. Happy coming in the middle of the map here. Look out for the nukes. There's one. That's a defensive nuke. I'm happy. BabyKnight trying to find the nukes. Let's look at his vision. Where are the red dots? Where are the red dots? Where are the red dots? There's one red dot. Definitely saw that. Gonna move the High Templars away. Cannon's gonna be dealt with. Observer count. 3 observers here for BabyKnight, so he should be able to see any cloaked ghosts. Marauder's still trying to do some damage to that Nexus. And Happy might get taken off guard a little bit. He's targeting down the rocks. So BabyKnight looks like he wants to go for an engagement. He is going to do it. Happy going to back away, though. A nuke going down from Happy. It is cloaked. There are observers in this competition, I think. Our scan's going down. No, I don't see him just yet. And BabyKnight sweeping forward with all these Zealots. Storm's going down onto these Vikings and Ghosts. Is that going to be enough, though? The nuke about to fall. Oh, my God. Melting away. So many of those High Templars, but a lot of the Ghosts as well. So, that's an awkward situation. BabyKnight's like, why are you killing us both, man? And Happy's like, oops. Oh, man. Alright. What do we got going on here? 51 to 44 Harvesters. We got 7 High Templars, 6 Archons, 10 Zealots, 2 Nukes, 8 Ghosts, 4 Vikings. A lot of the Vikings taken out there. Units lost pretty much even. Alright. Happy throwing away more SCVs, again relying on that economy. Both these players not going to have too much trouble rebuilding their army. However, BabyKnight is the starving player at this point in time. Doesn't have a lot of minerals to his name. Prioritizing gases on the left-hand side of the map. Happy might mine out his side of the map relatively soon. Main is mined out. Natural's mined out. 3rd is pretty mined out. 4th is getting there. Adding on additional barracks. 10 Ghosts on the way at a time. Which means he's going to go up to 30 Ghosts right now. Ghost Viking is the composition of choice for him. A lot of Marauders mixed in as well. Again, he can have a bigger arm because, again, he threw away those SCVs, and late game as a Terran, you can just build orbitals everywhere, and your mules are your SCVs. So you don't need any SCVs in your army. Or you don't need any SCVs back home just to mine that gas, though. Just to mine that gas. But he has 5k gas. Drop advancing up the left-hand side of the map. 2 Marauders, 4 Marines. There are a couple cannons here. And there's no base. Actually, a base is going to be made. There's a High Templar here as well. So feedback and storm will be nice to use. I think that medevac will die if feedback is used on it. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. Nexus, not cancelled. Feedback? Nope. Gonna storm. Ain't gonna die. I would have fed back. Maybe the storm then the feedback, or the feedback then the storm. It's kind of hard to do because if you go for the feedback and then your High Templar dies, guess what? You don't get anything off. Warping in a High Templar there, and there's the feedback. Down to 8 HP. BabyKnight sending back 2 Archons, a Stalker, and Zell to deal with this. Oh, when he takes down the Nexus, that's actually such a big deal. Minerals is what BabyKnight needs right now. Ooh, why isn't he saturated here? Or here. Is it worth adding on probes at this point? 49 probes? I don't know. It's hard to say because, like, you have to be like, all right, I want my army to be as big as my Terran opponent. Guess what? He has 29 probes, 29 SCVs. His army supply is 167. Nuke occurring at the middle left. The dot is there, but there's no observer here. So BabyKnight immediately gonna pull away these probes. Does he cancel the Nexus? Then the nuke won't kill the Nexus, right? Yeah. No. I don't know. Like, I didn't know how far along the warp was. Ooh, and Happy taking advantage, just gonna go to the middle of the map here. Might throw down some defensive nukes, sniping down some High Templars. Colossi coming forward, trying to target down the ghosts. And Happy backing away for now. Defensive nuke going down. BabyKnight has to see, or BabyKnight has to see this. I don't see an observer in his army. Storm going down. I think the ghost did end up dying because there's no nuke killing this entire army. More scans going down. There is an observer in the back, and Happy scanning, trying to find those observers to kill with his Vikings. That's what he's trying to do there, because once you can kill the observers over your opponent's army with the Vikings, guess what? You can ghost. You can ghost your cloaks. You can cloak your ghosts and do whatever the heck you want. You can nuke. You can EMP. It just makes life a whole lot easier. BabyKnight trying to rebuild these bases on the left-hand side of the map. He's had trouble trying to do that. And again, his money isn't as ridiculous as his opponent's. At this point, Happy's 4th is about to be mined out. We're approaching the 40-minute mark of this game. This is the TSL4 Qualifier, live on the EU server. It's the best of 3, game number 1 between BabyKnight and Happy. BabyKnight got the better of that last engagement, I would say. Units lost would put him ahead by 2,000 minerals, or 2,000 resources, I should say. Another nuke going to happen here at the middle left-hand side of the map. BabyKnight knows this is occurring, doesn't have any way of detecting. Gonna storm. It's not gonna be enough. Oh, the nuke! Run your probes! Yikes. Happy once again taking advantage of the fact that his opponent is not in the middle of the map. Defensive nuke going down. BabyKnight leading only with half his army, and this could be scary. Those Vikings are looking for... Okay, the ghost did end up getting taken out. The Vikings looking for that observer. Did it get taken out? I think it might have. No, the observer's still there. Happy sees that. Landing a mule to take watchtower control. You don't see that every day. BabyKnight trying to find a good engagement. But again, once Happy retreats to behind this ridiculous wall he's made for himself. Like 4 bunkers. We got a planetary, 3 turrets. We got the same sort of thing over here. 3 planetaries. Another medevac drop going to happen here from Happy. BabyKnight trying to make stuff happen. Do you ever get a warp prism at this point in time? Do you ever? We got 2 turrets out here, so I don't see that doing too much damage. But if you can get rid of this infrastructure, that could be good. Both these players maxed once again. We got 2 observers. I really like the vision right here from BabyKnight. He's patrolling with 2 observers. But he's going to have to pull back some units to deal with this drop. I don't think he has what it takes. Uh-oh. Close, laying down another nuke. Where is the observer? I don't see it. Okay, there is an observer there. I'll click on it. I'll try to. Engagement's gonna happen here. Backing up is BabyKnight, and the observer's still alive. The nuke gonna fall on nothing. All these cloaked ghosts trying to do damage. The observer at 34 HP. And look at this. Happy dismantling the army. BabyKnight. Nice storm on top of those Vikings and ghosts. Happy's really clumped up at this point. Another nuke going down. I lost the observer. BabyKnight trying to get his High Templars active. Keep in mind, there is a drop at the top left-hand side of the map taking down the Nexus, but I don't want to miss nuke going down. These snipes are ridiculous. No, the nuke is going to land on BabyKnight's army. No! No, BabyKnight. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's terrible. Oh, no. That was awesome. This game. That was amazing. Oh, boy. Happy with the money nuke. BabyKnight showing his discontent in the chat. Oh, man. BabyKnight now starving in the minerals, starving in the gas. Just lost his space at the top left-hand side of the map. Unbelievable nuke there from Happy. You always get one of those money nukes once in your lifetime. BabyKnight not getting +3 shields. Might want to get that. Not now though. I mean, his money and gas is not where it once was. He's having trouble right now. He's having trouble. Income tab, 46 harvesters, distributed across about 3 mineral lines. Yeah, 3 mineral lines. BabyKnight coming to the middle of the map once again, adding back in those Archons. Those High Templars are incredibly important. Happy throwing away still more SCVs. Wants more of that supply. Down to 21 harvesters. Another nuke being placed down by Happy. BabyKnight searching for that red dot. Searching for it. Scans going down everywhere. Laying down the mule to take control of that watchtower. Another nuke happening from Happy. BabyKnight scrambling. Get me away from those red dots. There's a drop in the top left-hand side of the map. I think it's killing some probes here and there. High Templar, will that die? No. Another nuke going down. BabyKnight getting dangerously close to it. And Happy wants this engagement to happen. But I think BabyKnight sees the red dot. Ah. Alright, he does get away. 3 more nukes in production for Happy. Again, this drop finally getting dealt with by BabyKnight. Both these players... BabyKnight is the one playing defensive now. Very interesting game. Like, it's like... He doesn't really feel comfortable engaging his opponent's side of the map. See BabyKnight targeting down some Marauders here. Doing a decent amount of damage to those. Nice little micro there, but BabyKnight's like, none of that, man, none of that. Warps in the High Templar to feedback. More SCVs being thrown away. At this point, I don't think Happy cares about money. Doesn't care about money. Another nuke going down from Happy. Has anyone been counting the nukes? Has anybody been counting the nukes? We got 2 going down on 2 different sides here. Both gonna land on nothing. BabyKnight scrambling around, trying to figure out what's going on. Where are those red dots? Where are they at? Cannons being depleted. We have 3 observers on the map here for BabyKnight. This High Templar is gonna die. Oh my gosh! Okay, a nuke doesn't kill a High Templar with 2 shields and 2 armor. Takes it down to 5 HP. Today I learned. Ouch! But a snipe does afterwards. BabyKnight still positioning his way to the middle of the map here. Gotta watch out for those nukes. Happy scanning absolutely everywhere. He can afford to do that. Doesn't really need mules at this point in time. And again, he can just back up behind his little wall that he made for himself. Happy scanning once again. Standoff. BabyKnight getting his gas and minerals back up. Nuke going down. EMPs being placed. And the nuke will fall on half a zealot, maybe? BabyKnight taking out either a medevac or a Viking there. looking to engage again. Control is all this comes down to. Happy scanning absolutely everywhere. Wants that vision. Another nuke going down from Happy. Ridiculous APM from both these players. But here we go. BabyKnight coming forward, trying to engage that planetary. Backing away immediately, though, and storming behind, just in case. But look at the APM from these two guys. They're playing incredibly fast. 216 average there for Happy. Happy laying down scan after scan, throwing down another nuke. There's the cloak on the Ghost. Ghost trying to get in position, scanning everywhere. Trying to blind his opponent's army. The EMP is going down. Drop going to happen at the left-hand side of the map. A couple zealots being warped in by BabyKnight. Always leaving a few supply there for, it feels like, to fend off these drops. BabyKnight taking watchtower control. How long is this game going to last? Another nuke going down from BabyKnight. The reason they're being so tentative, like, whenever these two guys engage, it's going to be pretty monumentally important. But here we go. Engagement going to happen here. BabyKnight surging forward with the Zealots and Archons. EMPs being laid down this entire army. And again, Happy has Ghosts to spare. Look at all that energy he has to be able to utilize. Again, looking for those Observers. Storm going down here from BabyKnight, hitting a lot of that Bio army. Observer being brought in from the side from BabyKnight. He needs to make sure that doesn't get too far ahead, because then the scan will go down. And the Vikings will take it down incredibly fast. But now Happy is on the run. Doesn't want to engage his army from BabyKnight. Gets into a nice concave. EMP is throwing down the scan. Takes down the Observer. And BabyKnight going to back away. God, those EMPs. So ridiculous. Storming behind them. BabyKnight now rebuilding. At 150 supply. 3 Colossi being added on. Some High Templars. Some Zealots. Ooh, ouch. Nuke takes out a Nexus there. Probes get pulled away, though. I didn't even hear that nuke. 79 to 68 on the workers killed. Of course, all those workers killed for BabyKnight were actually thrown away by Happy on purpose. Oops. He's at 6 Harvesters. Happy is at 6 Harvesters. His army supply? 160? It's a little low. Okay, he's rebuilding right now. We just had a big battle. This game refusing to end, but I'm kind of okay with that, to be honest. More nukes going down. I saw 2, I thought. Okay, there's 1 on the left side of the map in this expansion. The BabyKnight looking to engage. Stimming is Happy. Again, it's going to come down to the EMPs. Colossi trying to rain damage from above these Vikings. So strong in this game. BabyKnight just needs money storms. That's what he needs. It's so hard to accomplish, though, when your opponent is scanning everywhere and has, 28 Ghosts in his composition that can cloak whenever your Observers are dead. So BabyKnight needs to be super certain he can keep his Observer in play. High Templar is getting EMP'd once again, and this is not a fight BabyKnight wants to take. However, he has some storms available, trying to storm those Vikings, but Happy still has that supply advantage. 138 to 108, going to be surging forward with all of these Ghosts and Mirages. Keep in mind, the army supply is well ahead for Happy. 152 already. Look, again, he only has 6 Harvesters. BabyKnight, he has to have Harvesters. He's at 22, though. But he kind of has to have Harvesters to keep his money up. He doesn't have that utility of the Mule. Because if you look at the money right now, we see a storm going down onto that Ghost does die, so the nuke doesn't fall. That Nexus almost getting taken out. But yeah, Happy, like, he has mules. Like, and look at all this money he has. BabyKnight can't do that. Wants his army to stay strong, but how do you keep your economy strong as well? BabyKnight deciding the best way is to go down to 29 Harvesters and really focus on the army. But that means every single one of these engagements is more important for BabyKnight. Here we go, another engagement going to happen. EMP is going down onto those High Templars. Decent High Templar storms going down. Ooh, don't nuke yourself. Don't nuke yourself, Happy. That's what BabyKnight needs. Another nuke going down on the right-hand side. BabyKnight sees this, positioning himself to the left. Going to be engaging once again, trying to lead with the Colossi to take down the Ghost. The nuke ends up not falling because the Ghost gets taken out. Huge engagement going to happen here. High Templars melting away a large majority of this army, but it's not going to be enough. BabyKnight forced to back away, and he does not have any rebuild potential here. Only has 500 minerals, 500 gas. Happy can rebuild no problem and get remaxed. And I think this might be the end very soon for BabyKnight. Happy can just push, and what can BabyKnight do? Happy scans. Oh, that's your army? LOL, perhaps? Maybe he smiled a little bit. Maybe a little smirk. No, there are High Templars there. If anything can save BabyKnight, it's the High Templars. But again, with all these Ghosts on the field, how do you make High Templars work? How do you make High Templars work? The Ghost will just EMP. We've seen Happy scan, get rid of the Observer so he can cloak all of his Ghosts. Only one Observer on the field for BabyKnight, and it's over here. One more on the way, though, in production. BabyKnight realizes he's a little bit vulnerable, so backing away. Happy looking closely for that Observer. He's mined out of his 4th. He's not even mining from his 5th or his 6th. He's mined out of his 7th. Just going to be dropping mules here, I would imagine. BabyKnight looking to engage again. EMP is going down. BabyKnight throwing down a Storm, hitting a lot of this army, but is it going to be enough? I don't think so. Happy still well ahead. 183 to 60 supply. There goes the entire army of BabyKnight trying to make it work, but it's not going to happen. There's the GG from BabyKnight. And Happy is going to take game number 1. And I need to get a drink of water, because that was intense. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with game 2 of this best of 3 between Happy and BabyKnight. BabyKnight takes an hour-long game 1. How about that nuke?